Now, when we get into health sciences and what we're talking about here, there's an interesting thing that I've discovered. That fruits and vegetables aren't the thing that causes health. Herbs and super herbs aren't the thing that causes health. They're part of it, yeah, they're not, but they aren't the core of it. The crux of it is something that's happening right on your phone right now. It's happening all around us right at this event. And it is an interesting discovery, and we need to be aware of it. And that is the most important thing for your health is community support, love, and relationships. This was figured out, a bunch of science. I mean, it's so obvious, it's crazy, right? This, by the way, this revolution of what's happening with social media, the untold story of what's happening with social media is the connection that I can have with you, even if we've never met, because we're both interested in super herbs, or we're both interested in superfoods, or we're both interested in cleansing, or we're both interested in healing ourselves through diet, or we're both interested in having the best day ever. That possibility of being able to be connected through here with thousands of people all over the world is secretly creating the greatest health revolution in the history of the world. And that's the untold story. That's why these food giants are buckling right now. Because people are actually getting healthier because you're no longer isolated. You are connected to every other person on the whole planet now. And it's increasing at an alarming rate. Is that the best thing ever or what? The way this was figured out, a bunch of scientists there's a town in Pennsylvania. And in that little town, they had the lowest heart attack rates in America. They had the lowest cancer rates. They had the longest life. I mean, there's all these different statistics, and this was coming up over and over again, and a bunch of doctors finally were like, we need to go over there and check this out. So a group of doctors and scientists and researchers and statisticians show up in this town, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. This is in the 1960s. They thought maybe it's something in the water. Wasn't anything in the water. Same water in this town is going into that town. Heart attacks and cancer rates exactly the same in that town as that national average. But this town, same water, totally different, like 10 years longer lifespan, lower cancer rates, lower heart attack, everything. So they started digging into this. Maybe it's the food. So they started, is it food? Maybe it's the food. Something's going on with the food. Wasn't the food. They found out that this little town, almost all the residents of this town came from a little town in eastern Italy, right on the side of the Adriatic there. And one day a boat came by and was like, hey, we're going to America. Are you guys coming on board? Half the town said, we're out of here. And they jumped on that ship and came through Ellis Island, and they all went to this one little town in Pennsylvania, and they founded this town, and they were all there together, and they all knew each other all the way back 200, 300 years or whatever of ancestors. And when somebody wanted to put in a new room because they had their kid was suddenly not 3 years old, but 8 years old, they needed to construct a new room in the house, all the neighbors would show up and construct it together. When they needed to put a road in, the whole community got together, put the road in together. When they would be out at night on their porches, everybody would be having a party together. Is this interesting? And this is at the core, just so we're not fooled. Now, you can't, eat like catsup made from chemicals and love each other and expect to live to be 120. But you probably get to 100.